All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, I was almost going to say Salida, Pueblo's new river wave. Welcome to the channel. Let me interject real quickly. I'm going to be sharing some tips with you on how to get down, where to change, where to stash your stuff, and some tips for you to be respectful of the construction workers. Now, I'm splicing together like 2 different trips. I've been down there about maybe 5 times or so, have ridden it at a bunch of different levels. You're about to see our first session, which was actually a while ago in Memorial Day weekend, and then the newest session, which was just a few weeks ago. I was actually just there this last Sunday, which was July 28, 2024, and the level last Sunday was about 823, 825. We originally surfed it. I think the first clip you're gonna see is 900. Second time I think second time was up there maybe towards a little over 1100, which was a fun session as well. And then it dropped down I think into the 9s by the time we left. The third time was a little high. That was like a hair over 1300 or 1300. That wasn't particularly my funnest session. You could ride it. Yes, you definitely could at 1300, but I just felt it was a little bit more flowy around the 900 marker, just to be honest with you. Not to mention beginners, it's a little less turbulency, I guess you could say, behind the wave. It's not bad. Definitely wear life jackets. You feel safe. You get kicked out before the pedestrian bridge. Anyway, we're gonna get to the first shot, how we just are learning where to drop in, what cement block to drop in on. So watch the full video through. I'm gonna hit some pointers here. Let's check it out. This is a green facing wave. This is just my crew right here. There is nobody else out except for bike riders. This is Memorial Day weekend. It looks like we got a fresh couple people, maybe one guy coming in right here, but beautiful, beautiful. This is all brand new. Surfing here. Literally, you could have baptisms right here and nice little river thing here. So the drop-in is a little bit different than Salida or Wave 6 at Denver. Reason why is you have this like push-in step. If you're a pusher-inner, where you're sitting on your butt and pushing in, right where he's walking is beautiful. This is too tall, but we go on the other side. But you need more of a running start to get in. So it is different than Salida or Wave 6 at Denver. I do a suitcase drop, is what it's called. Try to push in, but I noticed that when I actually kind of like walk up and jump in, crouch down like a ninja and get over this direction, it's just a little harder with this wave. We're having a hard time getting back this direction, so we're just learning a little bit of our turn. The wave isn't as sharp. So again, this is only like a week old out here in Pueblo right here, but we have our Softechs. Aaron has his Softech. We got Softech here, 5.3 Softech. I got my 5-footer right here, EG board. Here's my brother right here. So he just drops in a little bit wider. We'll get the GoPro going, which actually just fell over, but we'll get the GoPro going and get some footage, and we'll let you know how it is. Again, folks, stay with me. The next session is going to be unbelievable. We'll cut out most of this first session, but just showing you some tips here. So right here is the platform on the regular footed side. This is the goofy foot side right here. So down here, you have some steps, some rocks. You can stash your water bottles if you have a wet bag. It's kind of hard to keep things dry if you're getting over to the Eddy. I have some clips of that, so again, stay tuned. But you can dump your boards, water bottles here. Again, if you have a waterproof backpack. If the water level's high, it's kind of hard to get over to the Eddy, but I'll explain that in a second. And then let me show you this. So each side has this cement right here and an upper tier, and then behind the wave is a lower tier. So the original, this is the first session, we were all kind of going from behind it, but you're on top of the whitewash where you actually have to suitcase drop and then come into the wave. It's a lot easier just suitcasing dropping on the first front side. I have dialed in a drop-off suitcase from the high tier now. This last session, which is super fun, I'm trying to do a finger flip roll and then land on the board. I'm gonna get to that But anywho, so right here, we're all behind on the regular foot side, the other portion right here, dialing it in. And then if you're goofy, this is your eddy over here, and then it kicks you back. This is your regular foot eddy over here. So it'll kick you under. You just paddle over to the right, catch a beautiful current, especially at the 823, 825 level, and you literally just cruise all the way up. And then there's a jumping rock I'll get to in just a second, so that you jump over this whitewash right here, and then you paddle a little bit right behind where we are right here, and then you enter up on the first step. So as you saw, crouching down like a ninja. But it does suck you back a little bit. I don't think the flow is as steep. It's not the flow. This wave definitely rewards people who move and keep your flow going. Nice sharp turns, which we'll get to in the second session. If you stall out, you gotta feather your board, keep your front weight on so you stay in. But once they get the designers to, I'm pretty sure this is adjustable. Maybe. It looks exactly like Salida. Just to get your body, each wave is a little different, to be able to get that turn back. So I need to crouch down, stand up, and then I need to really get my back foot and my hip over. All right, we're out here on a Monday. It is currently 10:34 a.m. There are workers up here. It's not gated off. Everything is chill, so the workers are letting us surf. We should be at 1300 water pressure right now. Coop just got a sick ride right here, get some turns in. Do be careful. He got sucked over the falls going this way here, so if you walk over here, 1300, it gets a little deep right here. He actually got stuck. His foot pulled him under, and he went over these rocks. They're not too sharp, but you definitely don't want to do that. That happened to me my first time here. So easiest thing is enter right here, jump over, get in the eddy, and then get over right here where Coop is, and then drop in. Not really sure about Goofy's side, to be honest with you, but out the back flow, he says there's no issues, real easy getting out. You go down right before the bridge, you paddle over, get back in right here. He's going actually no leash. Let's watch Koopaloop. He'll drop in, real smooth. Got pulled out the back on that one, but as you can see, we're getting the eddy right here and getting on in. We'll get the GoPro out after the first couple turns. Alrighty, little heads up for you here. The wave actually doesn't fully open. They're allowing us to surf, so definitely be respectful. So on busy weekends, these gates will actually be like unhooked and like trampled down. Not okay, definitely not okay. Be respectful. And I've actually watched one of the local surfers like put them back up. We actually got kicked out one session. If you see people that look like supervisors with clipboards, they shoot us off. The Pueblo Fire Department has said on the surf report that the river is not closed, but do be careful on weekdays. They could potentially boot you. How to get around that? They are allowing floaters, but don't cross these gates or potentially they could call the police on you. What you want to do is from the parking lot, and sorry, I haven't talked about that yet, but this is the regular foot side. The disc golf course and the baseball fields are up here on top of this hill. There's a parking lot here, and you walk down by this Pablo McMansion over here, and then you walk down the bicycle path behind me, and then the trees and then the footbridge are all down over here. Now, correction on the CFS this day, it was more about 1100 or so ballpark. At 1300, these rocks right here on the regular side were not visible at all, but do be careful. I've seen plenty of people go over the falls, and that's where the rafters go if they don't want to go down the middle. Now, easiest thing to do when the CFS is super high, again, we're on the regular footed side. The bicycle path is right over here. and you walk down this little, they kind of made, this is kind of like, they did a lot of work very quickly. So you almost have this like little channel bar you can step on, walk over here. We actually would crank in right here, paddle, which was super easy instead of walking over to the right-hand side, and then you float, and then you float in right here. Do be careful though, go back far enough so you can float to this little rock and pitch out right here. Don't take your board down this, especially at a high CFS, it'll jack your back, and then get up on the center channel here, which I'm pointing to right here. Now we're looking at the wave, and this is the goofy foot side over here. This eventually over here will be the parking lot for it. The construction workers, supervisors park here. You can't get there right now. They have a porta potty over there if you really need it. Don't want to pee in the river, totally up to you. And then here is the footbridge right here. So for some oddball reason, if you got kicked out this way, then you walk across the bridge over back to the regular foot, drop inside. But the easiest thing to me, when I get bailed, I just paddle over right here, and then it kicks you out. Last Sunday at 8:23, 8:25, you get kicked out right here, you paddle over. You can either walk up the bank to the jumping rock, jump over here, and then paddle back in. Or what I actually found is as you get kicked in right here, paddle over, and then this beautiful current would literally cruise you all the way up, get out, walk on a few rocks right here, step on the jumping rock, and jump in, paddle over. There are trees right over here in the nice shaded area. We ditched our bags, water bottles, etc. Now, if you're going on a weekday and the gates are up, you're gonna walk down the bike path to the other side of the bridge, which it's right there. It's super close. You're gonna walk around. There's no gates on the other side of the bridge. And then you're gonna walk underneath the bridge, lay down your stuff, and start surfing. Do not let the construction people see you jump over the gates. And definitely don't do that. If you are wondering, I'm running 3 fin 5.0 Softech flash. Always linked in the description box below. 3 fin seems to be ripping pretty good. I know we're not like super ripping, but it definitely gets better. So keep watching. Also at 8:25, 8:23, I actually went to 2 fin, removed the furthest one back, and had an incredible session. Quicker turns in my personal opinion.
Bro, 1 second and it turns. Yes, 2! Killing it, boy!
Well, so far, I think the last session this last Sunday was probably the best at 825 level in my personal opinion. Also, you do start to progress more and more as you figure out the wave and dial it in, but try to stay moving on that wave. This last session, there were tighter turns. Unfortunately, I didn't have it on GoPro, but just from the second progression, well, and then something that I actually found really productive is this last session, there were a couple rippers out there. There's one guy named Ross, he's a local. Watch his feet as he's moving on his turns, and that's what I was doing, kind of visualizing that. And then there was another guy, I didn't catch his name, but he shredded. He just moved so fluidly. I still feel like in that footage from the second session, I was very kind of stiff, wasn't moving my shoulders and my hips. That definitely improves over time. If you do see me, my name is Chris. Say hello, and I also did want to state, I don't want to be some like rural little Betty or anything like that, but definitely we are blessed that this wave is open even before the official open. So do just be careful of the construction workers. Typically after 5, they leave, or the supervisors at least. And then on the weekends, there's no construction workers there. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. God bless y'all, and we'll see you out there surfing soon.